Wigged Out Wednesdays today, I'm going to talk about mania. So, in bipolar, there are manic episodes. If you don't know what they are or you think you might be having them, it's important to learn how to recognize the signs and the symptoms and then figure out which tools in your toolkit are going to work best for you. Both the long term maintenance tools and the short term kind of quick fixes or kind of go tos to help reset your mood or help bring you back to a level playing field. Elevated mood is one primary characteristic of this state of mind. It can be like an excessively high feeling or a sense of euphoria. People might feel invincible or have grandiose thinking. Like, I'm on top of the world. I have all these great ideas. I'm so important. I'm going to play a big part in saving the world, and I have all the answers. Um, they might talk really quickly and think really quickly. People experiencing mania oftentimes feel like they don't need a lot of sleep, which can also further the problem. And this may seem like it's a great state to be in, which can cause people to feel like they don't need their meds. They're doing great. Everything is working out fine. The world is wonderful. But in reality, it can get out of control and this fast moving train can crash. So, you want to make sure that you're doing long term maintenance. Otherwise, things like impulsive behaviors, high risk taking, sexual exploits, driving your car too fast, going on huge spending sprees or gambling issues, disappearing for days, and going off on benders of one form or another. These are all characteristic of mania, and this state can be really dangerous. This flight of ideas, the racing thoughts, can also lend way to further distractibility. Being distractible or having a lack of concentration can be one of the symptoms, but it can also kind of turn into a snowball effect, and it's a vicious cycle. So, you don't get enough sleep, you're not taking care of taking your meds because you feel so great. It can all conspire to lead down a really dangerous road. And so, for important self care tips, we want to make sure to learn what's going to work out best for us in our toolkit. Keep your family and friends involved. Know the signs and the symptoms and let them know what it looks like. Be able to blow the whistle on yourself. Be able to ask for help and have friends that know how to talk to you and give them cues. Train your family, train your friends, train your close people how they can call you out on a state of mind that doesn't seem like it's necessarily healthy and address it with you in a kind way that you're going to receive well. Because it's important to have a feedback loop from somebody besides yourself at times, but it's also really important to know how to recognize what's going on internally and figure out, okay, is meditation good for right now? Is some exercise going to help get me back in the swing of things? Um, am I getting enough sleep? Am I eating enough? Am I being kind to myself? It's very easy to get irritable, to be distracted, to lash out on friends and family when you're in a manic state of mind, but it doesn't have to stay this way. And it can lead down a really dangerous path. So it's super important to make sure you've got a big master plan for your life and over time, through the small wins and the small details, master the techniques that are going to help you the most in reining that in. Some toolkit ideas are having art projects that you like to focus on, learning how to slow down, deep breathing techniques, the breathe in for a count of 4, out for a count of 6, calling a friend or family member and talking about what's going on, talking to someone you trust, where they can keep your safe space emotionally and confidentially. realizing when you're not getting enough sleep. And then, just like laundry, just like computer maintenance, just like health maintenance and exercise and doing your homework, it all adds up. So, you want to make sure that you have a base plan of how to keep on the right trajectory and keep things at more of an even keel. So, that can include getting a lot of sleep, having a regular schedule, um, having a routine that works for you, having cues to interrupt your routine when it is not working for you and you're going upward, 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 recognizing warning signs and being able to stop them in their path with a trigger, understanding what it looks like, maybe understanding the signs and solutions. So, for each symptom or each sign, what is a good go to solution? What are the maintenance plan in general items? And what is the short term fix that's going to help you the most um, to process your emotions and or just reset your state of being, slow down, help you get sleep, make sure you take your meds. Your judgment is impaired when you're in a manic state very often. And so it is helpful to have feedback from other people around you, especially people that you have a rapport with, who you trust, and who know what they're talking about and have been versed on what it looks like when you're experiencing one of these episodes and what works for you to feel received and heard, but also something that will help you take a step back and resort where things are.